we have Georgia Johnson. Other than being one of my only friends in AP World History sophomore year, Georgia is a sweet and kind soul to have in any situation. I'm so glad she came to Baylor sophomore year, as she has made such a positive impact upon the school in just 3 years. I'm so glad to hear what you have to say, so Georgia, welcome to the stage.
If you're going through hell, keep going. Winston Churchill. This quote has hung on my dad's office wall for as long as I can remember, and I never understood it. I thought, if you're going through hell, why don't you turn around as fast as you can and get out of there? Why don't you quit? I feel like this mentality of quitting when we are being challenged can and is applied to many areas of our lives. Of course, our lives at Baylor are not like hell, but in the quote, if you're going through hell, keep going, hell is the challenges that we face. Many times in school, when we are faced with an obstacle, we get cold feet. We back out. We drop that class where we got a 50 on the first test. We don't take that AP class because we don't want to risk our perfect 4.0. We don't try a new activity because we don't want to have to start all over at being good at something. We are either going to be perfect at something or we are not going to do it at all. I like to think of the saying, sink or swim. Going into my first year at Baylor, sophomore year, I felt that I could only survive high school if I was swimming. I didn't take AP Lang, even though I loved English, because I was worried it would be too challenging. Even though I loved playing viola, I didn't audition for the Chattanooga Youth Symphony because I was worried that I wouldn't be good enough. I was worried that I would sink. This pressure to be perfect has been with me since my childhood. Some of you may not know, but my dad is an Episcopalian priest. His formal title is the Very Reverend Alston Johnson. What this meant for my siblings and me was that people assumed us poster children for what a good Episcopalian kid should be. In my preschool Sunday school class, the teacher loved to call on me, assuming I had a leg up on my knowledge about the church. I guess she was right in a way, because although I did not know the specific answers to her questions, I had learned from an early age that every Sunday school question could be answered with God, Jesus, or love. In elementary school, we had a required class called Christian Education. Whenever we would play games, all my classmates would want me on their team, assuming that I knew all the Bible facts. To their surprise, I was not up to par on my Bible trivia. Even though I went to church, youth group, and evensong every Sunday, school chapel twice a week, church choir practice and dinner every Wednesday, and the occasional early morning service on the weekdays, I know, that's a lot, I was still just a kid. I was no expert on how to be a perfect Christian. My siblings and I still got in trouble for making paper airplanes out of the bulletins, slingshotting hair ties across the pews during the service, and sneaking candy into the pockets of our choir robes. Despite others' expectations of my own Christian knowledge and faith, as I grew older, I learned that my faith need not be perfect to be valid. In fact, the imperfections define my spirituality. These lessons I learned as a kid carried over into other aspects of my life. If I had let my fear of being imperfect guide me, I would not have applied to Baylor, I would not get to play in the Chattanooga Youth Symphony, and I would probably not be attending Sewanee in the fall. In life, you do not need to be perfect at all the things that are important to you. If you enjoy English, sign up for that AP Lit class. If you want to act, sign up for the play. And if you love the outdoors, sign up for a walkabout trip. Don't ever let your fear of imperfection hold you back from experiencing the greatest parts of life.